but I do what I have to do to get done, and I really needed to onboard my editor, my assistant, and the processes. And I heard the one thing that I never want to hear, which is the one thing that I never want to hear, which is something is overwhelming. And so at that point, it was like okay, let's stop. What's being done, what needs to be changed, and I always ask, like, if you have questions or you think of a better process or something that would be done better to kind of help you work better, let me know. So I instantly went in and changed some stuff, since I'm using Asana for our project management tool, and already I'm thinking what I thought would work once you do start to fill it up can look overwhelming. So I'm probably going to change what this looks like, and I'll break this down so that you guys can see what that looks like too. So in Asana, I have everything based off of priority lists. So if it's a level 0, then it's something that's super important. Level 1, 24-hour deadline, which rarely anything is. Or, usually it's just very simple things like, hey, watch this updated video, kind of a deal. Spreadsheets type work, whatever, different things. So it goes from level 0, which is ASAP work, 24-hour deadlines at level 1, daily recurring stuff that's there, as well as a 1-week deadline type of stuff as a level 2 priority. Level 3 priority work is going to actually have 2 to 3 week deadline, or something that can just continuously be worked on. So in Asana, you have like this list view, or you can come to what I prefer, which is the board view. And so that way, when you're going through, you can easily see each category versus it being a little bit more difficult to see in the list, because it can get overwhelming. But what I was doing previously is I would have like a week by week kind of a thing. And so now I'm just like the current working task. But I want to also note, like, everybody loves and enjoys, as we all do, having stuff be finished and like success rates and all that, whatever. Well, I want things to also be like, you can, like, this week was complete, it was a great week, or kind of see the progress instead of it kind of constantly filling up. So the more that I've been thinking about it, because as soon as I hear overwhelm, then I'm like, okay, what needs to be stopped immediately to reduce this stress? And then I instantly hit everybody up like, okay, if there's anything that I can do to help reduce this, let me know. Let's change dates and deadlines and extend stuff out at least like in maybe another additional 2 days. Ask as many questions as you need to. You will not annoy me or make me think some kind of negative way or kind of issues like that. And then when I think about what can I do or what changes should I make, this is one of those things. And it's just priority system works. But also, I think a week by week and priorities works better instead of constantly like refilling the categories and it like you see the deadline. Because I think that adds visually is overwhelming. And so the more tasks that you add, the more projects and stuff that come up, or it's just like, yeah, that's not gonna, I mean, it's not that it couldn't work, it's just that I don't think it will work best. So I'm gonna change it. Doc on the toilet. Hey, David.
What's happening?
Sound like you was on the phone.
I was.
You should have put me on speakerphone and be like, yes, Mr. Blacksman, your itch cream that you were trying to get in.
It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Yeah, we're really concerned about that big old rash on the back of your thigh. It's really concerning. Me and my brother, we would go to Family Dollar. You'd hear him yell from the other aisle. Said, "Hey, Dan, I don't see that itch cream you was looking for. I don't think they had it."
Last year this time, I'm like, yo, I'm speaking that one of these joints.
That was September 2018. Was that first Grow with Video Live, and I remember messaging Heather on Facebook. I had already bought Chalene Johnson's course or whatever, and I was getting lights cut off and everything just to like get in the room and just to be able to forward stuff, because I'm like, if they are giving away coaching for it, if you buy this thing, I need to be on those calls. And I remember messaging Heather, like, Heather, VIP tickets is like $500, and that is not including nothing. I was like, is it worth it? I was like, should I get it? And she was like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but to the effect of, like, if you are really serious about what you're trying to do, what's gonna happen in the VIP sessions, you need to be there. and you can't afford to miss it. I was like, I'm pulling out my card right now, and I bought it right then and there. So whatever else was due was just not finna happen. So like I pulled it out, it was $500, and I barely had enough to get it. And I remember I was stuck in a payday loan game and all of that, but I got that daggone ticket, and that was the start. At that event, it was like the first day, I had just hit 500 subscribers, literally.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, when you think about it from that perspective, that is freaking maddening. Even like, it's trippy because to see that Vlogmas joint from then, it's like your style is still there. It's way more polished, it's way more developed, but it's the same thing. You had your plan, your mission, your drive, your passion, like all of the freaking buzzwords. After that, you just started putting the shit in motion, and then now it's full speed.
May 10th, 2019, quit my job. Who would have guessed? You know what I'm saying? In such a short time frame, if it takes the next 10 years for this to work, I'm here for it, because that's still shorter than 40 years at a job. And so that's what I had committed to, like in 10 years time frame, where I'm gonna be at. So today I'm super pumped because I have the pleasure and the honor of speaking for Eric Thomas's event. Well, it's for his mastermind coaching group. So they have their ET certified speakers community, and last year at the height of the pandemic, this opportunity came to me, and so I had the opportunity to speak there. And just the whole concept of documenting every daggone thing that you do, I have that talk captured, but I still have like my talk because I was able to record and live stream at the same time. And so those are usually behind it's a paid community, so they're usually using whatever their systems is. And so come in, get set up, make sure your stuff is together, your audio and all that, those things are together, and you rock it and rolling. So it's not always possible to get your talk that you give, so you have to be able to capture on your side. And even like today, I had a post that my assistant said it went out on accident, but I'm like, there's no such thing as too much content, because I kind of go with the concept of what Grant Cardone talks about, which is most people's problem really isn't based in anything other than obscurity, and just because not enough people know who you are. And if more people, zoom in for effect here, if more people knew who you were, it would solve more problems. And it was such an honoring just experience. So I text my family. You know, I guess no matter how many siblings that you have, clearly I'm super excited today. My sister, I shared it with her and all my siblings and stuff, and like she was sharing how she listens to him all the time. I'm just so excited, so honored. The thing with having your keynotes ready, and so I have different talks, and it's just like, especially if you need to do a talk that's a quick turnaround time like this, it's like, okay, can we get you in on this day? Yes, you can. So, I mean, thankfully it is a day where I'm free, other than like the Prime Day live stream that I want to do here in a bit. So like Prime Day is here, and we have these 2 days, June 21st and 22nd, and it's all this good stuff on it, right? Put your back down. So like nobody's complaining because Amazon is giving us discounts. If you've been around the block for a while, then I guess for me, I feel like I've kind of settled out of the gas syndrome, the gear acquisition syndrome of just buy. I need this kind of a thing. And so there are cool things to always get, or could get or buy, and just accumulate. For me though, it's like, for what reason, you know, so I'm kind of past buying for excess. So like today, I think of like things like necessities. What do I need? And I'm still going to do a live stream because everybody in my community is at different stages and still have other needs. It's like, what's available, what's best for content creators. So I'm going to do that and share those different things, and then I'm go through my slides and stuff like that, because it is this evening, so I do have some time, but I don't want to spend a ton of time. I just want to kind of go through, update any numbers and figures and things like that in my talk. It's not one that I've given before, but there's always helpful information from another presentation that I have given that I will want to share with the new community. So just finished the live stream. Everything's amazing. I have about an hour or so before, maybe a little bit less, before I need to start my talk for this. It says 7:15, but it's really like 6:15. It's 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central. So I have a little over an hour or more to go ahead and get something to eat. But I wanted to acknowledge this stream that I just did, this Prime Video for this Monday. I think it was like something I put up to the camera or whatever, using the A6400, the six back in English, sits back there. And when it reacquired focus for whatever reason, it didn't focus on my face, it focused on the microphone, the Shure SM7B. But here's the thing though, when I clicked off, it was 143 people that had seen the stream or whatever. It got up to like 40 something concurrent viewers, which means that's how many stayed on at the height. That's how many people consistently stayed on. But it's just the idea. So many people are afraid of failing that they never actually do anything, or they get upset and they take it down. But I was looking at something afterwards. It was like different clips that came up, conversations that were really good pieces in there. And I'm like, what is the problem? But I'm looking and I'm like, what's the problem here? And it wound up being that a good portion of the stream was out of focus. Completely and totally out of focus. So often people are afraid of failure instead of afraid of just like forward motion. One of the best things to, I don't know, embrace is failure, discomfort, to the point that you just don't care about it as the dominating factor. There is fear, concern, frustration with everything. I'm getting ready to run through my slides right now. I'm pulling this up. I'm going to use Ecamm Live in the Zoom feed. And so I needed to adjust some things from the color because I had the ceiling light on, but it was just like I was fine with whatever because I'm like, I was rushing. So many things that like otherwise could be considered as going wrong or didn't go right. The point to where you're helping people, they're getting value, they're asking about questions, finding the gear that they want. It's like, who cares? And so many people just saying, thank you for doing this, thank you for doing this. You know, it's like, keep the main thing at the end of the day. Keep the main thing the main thing. All right, so now get ready to click in and do this thing. So it is about 6 minutes till midnight, and I am dog tired right now. My talk went exceptionally well. I'm very, very pleased with how that turned out. Like, this week is a little annoying for me, honestly, simply because I am working on communicating with trying to minimize annoyance as much as possible. Because if somebody's always telling you that you're doing something wrong, then that gets annoying because it's like makes you feel like nothing that you're doing is good enough. And that's so totally not the case. If I'm changing or clarifying something, it's like how I'm always analyzing myself. And it's more like I'm so annoyed with myself and then trying to make sure again that I'm not being annoying, in the sense that how can I communicate what I'm being asked to do well. And there are things that I'm finding that if I just made assumptions and expected them to know how to do something, it would be a huge problem. Whereas when I'm doing like a video to training or a tutorial or an SOP that is a video aspect of it, I'm giving insights into my thought process. I'm like, here's where I'm looking for and here's why I would make that adjustment and where we are, and here's how the audience responds to that. And so I'm not just saying just to do this and do it because I said so kind of a thing, but like really getting them ingrained into the brand and what we have going on and things like that. So it is literally feeling a part of being ingrained into the team instead of just like a do this, do that, or whatever. And make sure that, you know, I'm taking an account to make sure I get questions answered, but not just like questions, but like, okay, what worked well this week? What didn't work well this week? What's a better way that I could communicate something to you that maybe would have helped you understand it better the first time around? You know, communication, like if you have questions, ask. There's no amount of questions you can ask that'll annoy me, because I'm always processing how can I be better and do a better job so that it relieves stress and frustration and things like that. So they've done exceptionally well. I'm super impressed with the team. They really are an awesome group of women. So I'm super pumped about that. Good morning, entrepreneurs. Today is going to be a fantabulous day, but it did not start out that way. Didn't have intentions for that to run, but it did. So I wake up about 3 o'clock in the morning, going to the restroom, and just randomly decided to check my phone because of the time difference with the team. And I just wanted to check, make sure everything was okay. Is there anything I needed to respond it to? And thinking everything would be fine, but it's not. So now I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out how to fix this. And I don't know what to do.